Hello, welcome to Raising Geniuses with Ife and Sola, where we help you become super moms and super dads.
On this journey, you will discover effective techniques and practical tips that will help you raise children with a healthy and happy mindset.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also turn on notifications so you don't miss out on new videos.
Welcome again to another episode of Raising Geniuses with Ife and Sola. Ife would not be joining me today, so I'll be your single host for today. I hope that's fine with you. We'll be sharing today one very important lesson that every child needs to learn as they grow up. I mean, it's a continuous lesson. It's not a one-time thing. It's something that most parents do not pay attention to because after all, parents are the one who take care of the children. We're talking today about financial literacy. This is a subject that is very important to help your child grow into a very well-rounded adult. So the first tip I'll be sharing with you today in helping your child develop good financial literacy is start early. Yes, it's very important for you to start early. Start early. Start from even preschoolers. Children between the age of 2 and 5 years old, let them start learning to save the monies they get from as gifts or the monies they get as allowances. Have them a piggy bank where they can put in these monies and save it. That is the first thing. Just make sure that they are saving something. Teach them to save it. Teach them to save it every time. The second tip I'll be sharing with you is make it fun. Yes, it's financial literacy, but it can still be fun. Come on. These are children we're talking about. So just make it fun for them so that they can embrace the habit of financial literacy. So what can you do? Let me give you an example. You can say, hey, let's have a target. Say you have 2 children, have a target between them. Okay, whoever saves the most will get this at the end of a period, say at the end of a quarter or at the end of a month or at the end of a year. That's something you can do. Another thing you can do is, you can also say, okay, when you do tasks at home, you will get paid, you get a stipend, you get a certain amount for completing tasks on time. Children would find it fun for them to do tasks and then get monies for completing those tasks on time. Number 3 is lead by example. Of course, children want to watch you, they want to see how you spend, they want to see what you do with your money. So you need to be explaining to them. When you go with a child to a grocery store, tell him I'm buying this and not this because of this. I prefer this quality than this. Let them understand how money relates to everyday life and everything that they do. Leading by example will help your children to further cultivate the habit of understanding spending, cultivate the habit of saving a part of the money, negotiating the prices of things. You know, when you go to the open markets where you can negotiate, they'll begin to pick up these habits from you. That's something you really want from your child. I have a personal story to this effect. When I got into their institution, I was in the Polytechnic first. In my ND1, my parents started off with 10,000 naira and they gave me 10,000 naira. In 3 days, I was done with 10,000 naira. And I called home and my mom told me, okay, there was a lot of rant, maybe not a lot, slight rant. And they said, okay, we'll send you more money. They sent more money. In less than 1 week, the money was done again. At the point, it kept on like that. At the point, my mom told me in Yoruba, she said, Bí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ná owó. Meaning in English that ask your friends the same way how they spend their own money. After all, there are friends that you have in school that don't earn that amount of money or they don't take that amount of allowance on a daily or weekly or monthly basis. I can't even remember. I was probably spending about 40,000 way back then every month. It was so outrageous. That's because I never got to learn financial literacy. Finally, you need to teach your children long-term planning. The idea of financial literacy is so that we can plan around our finances. So you need to create like a end goal for your child. So say there is an high ticket that your child wants to buy. Say, for example, buy a particular kind of dress. Okay. While you as a parent can afford to buy it, but it's rewarding for the child when the child can save up to buy that dress. On the day the child buys that dress, the child gets a feeling. That feeling builds up the financial literacy of the child. Financial literacy for children is a long-term thing. It's a continuous thing. It's not a one-time thing. It's not something you teach in a week or you teach in an academic term or something. It's something that goes on and on and on and on for many years. So you have to be patient. You have to keep doing the right things. You have to make sure you start early. You have to make sure that you lead by example. Another point which I didn't share, which you can read up more on our blog, is that you have to be honest and transparent with the children. Transparency and honesty with children financially helps children to understand more, to grasp more. I know a lot of parents want to just hide that part of their life away from their children, but you're not helping your child to learn useful skills or financial literacy when you do that with them. I hope that this episode has been profound for you. I hope that you have learned a lot from this episode. Please join us again next time when we share another video with you next week on Raising Geniuses. Thank you very much.